Welcome to another appliance repair video where you can learn how to repair appliances like a pro. Today we're working on a 24-inch front load clothes washer made by Samsung, and the model number is Whiskey 22 Kilo 6800 Alpha Whiskey /A2. We have a leak that I already verified from the back panel by taking it off, and you can too. Just turn it on, let the water come in, let it drain. And there's a water hose going to the drain pump that rubs. There's two hoses, rubber hoses that rub on each other. And it's probably a manufacturer defect because I've been hearing about it and now I see it. So we're going to take apart the washer, take off the top panel, the control panel, the front panel, and then we have access to that hose that is leaking. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the washer. Removing the top panel by taking out these two screws. This is a Phillips. Just push the panel back. And it comes right up. Next we're going to be removing the dispenser. You got to put this button lever down, just press it and it'll come up. We're going to be removing these two screws and push the dispenser back, and then take out this panel. The dispenser has to be pushed back after taking the two screws out. This screw is holding it right here. Notice the dispenser tab goes through here. Push it back so we can take out the control panel. Control panel just comes up and out. The main control board is in here with all the terminals and connectors. You have to remove the spring that's around the boot. Get a flathead screwdriver and pry it out. See the spring right there? Take a little screwdriver and just pry it out, work it out. Loosen the boot off of the front panel and take off these three screws. I don't know if that one has to come out. No, you don't. I'm just taking these two out. In order to get the front panel off, you also have to take out this piece down here in the drain trap. Take off the door. 3 screws down at the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. Phillips. That we need to take out as well. You got 2 screws up on top, on the top panel. I'm going to attempt to remove the front panel without touching the control panel. It's being held in place by the connectors. Take out my 2 screws on the top of the front panel, one on each end. Nothing else is holding it. You just grab the front panel from in here, just lift up a little bit, and just sitting on those side pieces right there. Those notches fall on there, so it's got to come up and then outward. Forget before taking the front panel out that you have a door switch here. The blue wire faces the front. Pretty much plug and play. You can only go in one way. It goes right in there. You're also going to have to remove this plastic piece by turning it horizontally. It's attached to the bottom door cover for the pump trap. So the issue and problem that's going on is, you see it at this hose going into the drain pump, and so is this one. This is the tub to pump hose, and what they do is they rub right there. You can see with this one was rubbing right there. Doesn't look like it has a hole. And this one does. Where it was rubbing right there. Big hole. So I gotta replace both hoses. Maybe not this one. I'll replace them both. I'm going to be removing this hose with a Phillips screwdriver, and then this one with a little pair of pliers. Just squeeze it and it'll come off. Before removing the hose, you want to drain out your water, open up your pump trap, and also clean it out. You should do that like every 2 months. Get that clamp up and off of there and pull it out. So when I put the new hose back, I'm gonna put some, you can put some cardboard or something. I'll put this, wrap it around there so it don't happen again. And I'm using electrical, it's not electrical tape, it's AC tape. And I'm gonna wrap it around there so it don't happen again. Just wanna show you part numbers for both hoses. This is the little hose here, and it's Delta Charlie 97-15532 Bravo. And then the other hose, that's the bigger hose there, will get replaced as well. Delta Charlie 97-14637 Hotel. So to replace this hose, it comes with, this is the pressure switch hose right here, and I'll show you how it goes. This is attached, it's gonna screw right there, and then this is the pressure switch hose here, right here, and it's in those notches and it goes up, and I'll show you up there. That's how it goes. And this is it right here, the pressure switch hose. And it's going to the pressure switch. There's just a little clamp under there that you gotta loosen. So it comes off pretty easy. Before replacing this hose, see that little notch right there on the hose itself, right here. Now that notch is gonna go right there as well. So it goes in the rightful place. You can see how far the screw is tightened down. Tighten it down the same amount. I'm gonna replace that now. You can just turn the pressure switch around, take off the hose. Be careful. Take off the hose with a screwdriver. I put a screwdriver right there just to help me, assist me in getting it out. Right here. And pull on it at the same time as I'm prying it out. Once you got it out, it comes out of these notches. And there's some more on the bottom. Notice the notches on the other end. It goes right there. After removing the clamp, notice where the clamp goes, all the way to the end. Okay, I got my back hose on. I got my clamps on. Got it tightened up. I got my spring clamp back there. I got this tightened up. I got my other clamps on there. A bottom clamp. Gonna have this clamp as well here. And then I got my pressure hose going up to my pressure switch. And I got that clamp on there. I got the pressure hose in the notches, in these notches here. And I also put something in there, some tape. AC tape, and put these foam strips that have some adhesive on the back of it to keep it away, so that it has to rub through all that in order to get to the hose, to protect the hose. I'll put tape first and then put something on there. So I think we're good to go. I don't think this is gonna happen again. Now I'm gonna replace everything in the reverse order. Replacing the front panel. Make sure you're gonna put your door switch inside there, or you can do it now. And then it's going on the levers on both sides, so it's gonna be held up. You'll have to hold it. One thing I want you to notice on the lock is that you got this plastic piece that goes all the way down to the pump trap. And that's to release the door, so it has to be hooked up before putting this panel on. And you can see it down there, it's right there. So before screwing the top of the front panel, do three things. Put on and clip the plastic door release. Number 2, screw on the door lock. And number 3, connect the door switch electrical connector. Okay, replace these 2 screws on the panel. That's all there was. Looked like might be missing a couple of screws. And then for the dispenser, excuse me, and then 2 for the dispenser over here in the front, and then 3 screws on the bottom. They're all in. And put the door boot and spring back on. Just goes right over the lip. first and then put the spring on. Excuse me. So once you get your boot on the lip, you take your spring. I would start from the left side and come all around. You see how it's hanging off a little bit? You're gonna have to manipulate it. You either take a pair of needle nose and get under there and grab the end of it and pull it while you get the rest of it on. I got my boot spring on. I just handle it, grabbed it, and both sides from here to here, and just pulled it a little bit more and just worked it on, slipped it in. Make sure it's all the way around and all the way in after you're done, because it could be folded up in the spring. Put your dispenser back in. You just have to put the top on, turn it on, and check for leaks. And it looks like a winner. Well, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have a leak like this, this most likely will be where it is. In order to find it, once again, take off the back panel. It has a couple of screws on there. Take them off and take a peek under there. Let the water come in and watch and shine a light in there. See if you could do it. You can also possibly do this fix by tilting it like on a 45 up, by supporting it, and you could work underneath and do the same thing. But for video purposes, I wanted to take it all apart so that I can get the best shots for it. Well, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Until next time.